AITA for outing my ex as gay to get his mother off my back? It's a long and sucky story. But my 25F, soon-to-be ex, 28M, is gay and hid that from me. I found out because I caught him cheating, and he as much as admitted that he knew he wasn't attracted to me that way. But he wanted kids and a normal life. I don't care that he's gay. But I will never forgive him for leading me on so he could use me to have kids. So it's over. End of story. The problem is that his family are fundamentalist nutjobs except for a few members, and his mother is the interfering mill from hell. Not being related to her anymore is another plus to leaving. His family doesn't believe in divorce. So under the guise of picking up some paperwork and other items I had found that were my ex's, she cornered me about how I'm being childish and marriage is about commitment, forgiveness, and working through problems, etc. It became apparent that my ex didn't tell his family that he cheated. He told his mom that I was divorcing him because we weren't having sex often enough for me. I tried to be patient and explained that he had cheated and that's why. I wasn't going to go into greater detail because I know how his parents are and it's none of their business. MIL's advice, I kid you not, was that men are just that way, and if I wanted to have sex more and for him not to stray, that I should make myself more attractive to my husband and be a better wife. I lost the plot completely. It had been a sad and hard day already, and that was the last straw. Here's where I might be the awe. I told her that the only thing that would make me more attractive to my ex would be a sex change operation, and that I hoped he and his boyfriend adopted her some grandchildren so she could finally shut the hell up about it. Not my finest moment. But she just hit the worst and rawest nerve she could have, and I exploded. It's evidently turned into a huge family drama. He's probably going to be disowned. And my ex called sobbing that I've ruined his life out of spite. I don't really know how to feel about it. I do feel bad for him that his parents are such awful people and there were just no good outcomes for him. But I also feel like he made his own bed here. 2. Edit. A couple things from comments. 1. There is almost no chance of violence. His family are fundies but not violent ones. They're more of the Mormon shunning type. One of his cousin came out and left the church, and after the initial protests they all just stopped talking to him and basically treated him as if he were dead until he was ready to repent or whatever. They're passive-aggressive, repressed, and weird as all get out. But the chances of anyone physically hurting him are extremely low. He's not financially dependent on them and has a more than decent job. So he can support himself easily if they kick him out. 2. He's known he was gay since before he met me. So this wasn't a new discovery or admission to himself. He has a boyfriend that he's been dating since 6 months before we were married. I went through his computer after catching them in the act and kicking him out and found Messenger logs and other evidence going back to before he started dating me. He literally set this up so he could have the nice Mormon family on the surface to keep his family happy. That's it. He never loved me at all. I was just the first girl to express a sustained interest. NTA. It is a kind and greater good thing to try not to out the person, as it can be physically dangerous. But he also hasn't really earned any kindness from you. He's the asshole that A. cheated and then B. lied about the reason why to his parents, leading to his mom harassing you. And he's also the asshole that was planning on essentially tricking you into a lifelong commitment. While he likely would have been cheating the whole time had he not gotten caught now. So yeah, you are NTA. Edit. I'm surprised this is an unpopular opinion. I still strongly do not believe you're the asshole. NTA. This prick wanted to use you as a breeding mare and nothing more. and then cheated behind your back. Honestly, I'd say it was well-deserved. Woman shrugging, medium skin tone. Please tell me you didn't have this moron's kids? Probably unpopular opinion, but NTA. You got pushed into a corner and blamed for the demise of the relationship, which was ultimately BC of his dishonesty. You didn't do it maliciously. Also, he wasted years of your life for selfish reasons, and I personally could never forgive that. Edit. Op was being constantly harassed, blamed and basically defamed BC. Her ex blamed her for everything. It wasn't malicious to out him, and he should have taken more accountability for his role in all this. Edit 2. The fact he plainly stated he only married her to have a kid is beyond disturbing and automatically makes him the no questions asked. You do not dehumanize a person and treat them as a breeding animal for your own purposes. BC of your hidden sexuality. Inexcusable. NTA. You already know. Action has consequences. He lied to you to have a normal life. He cheated on you. He lied again to his family about the reason for the divorce and made you the villain. So it's on him for how it went. Like you said, he made his own bed. Feel sorry for him, but that's it. He is in this situation because of his own actions. NTA. I see a lot of comments that say there's no reason to out someone, but it's his fault for lying to his family. Like if he owned up to the fact that he cheated and did not want to be with his wife, they probably wouldn't be harassing her. He needed to deal with his family if he wanted her to keep her silence. He lied to her their entire relationship to appear normal, which is an understandable feeling, but do it with someone who wants the same thing. NTA. This man had a BF before evening marrying you, which is terrifying. He was able to hide it. Wanted to use you as an incubator, and for all intents and purposes would have made you share custody of children with his partner. He's been lying to his family longer than he's been lying to you. He could have avoided all this if he just came clean and let the chips fall where they may. He had no business dragging you into this steaming pile. Yes, you blew up his life by outing him, which is obviously shitty. But he blew up your life, your dreams, your future. He already has a second life set up with his partner. You're the one starting from scratch all over again. NTA. There were many moments in which he could have defended you. His made-up excuse for the divorce aimed at making you the bad guy in this story. He has shown no respect for you and your feelings. You told his mother the truth, and it's sad that she learned it that way. But it isn't your fault that he is a liar. NTA. Fuck all that outing nonsense and those YTAS. Being gay may bring you more struggles in a conservative environment, but absolutely nothing validates hurting and belittling someone and casting blame upon them for your faults. He cheated on you. His fault. He lied to his family. His fault. He knew who his family was better than you did. It's his fault for not being proactive about the situation. Life doesn't care about how long it takes you to accept who you are. The world doesn't stop spinning so you can figure it out. He should have talked with you and developed some kind of plan for dealing with this fallout. You were upset he was cheating, not that he was gay. If he had admitted to his fault, you would have probably been an ally right now. He didn't, so you aren't. You told the absolute truth and nothing but that. That is his fault. Outing someone out of spite is vile. Setting the record straight when you were being slandered isn't. This Moss couldn't even give you an honest relationship. Why the fuck do you owe him anything? His life is falling apart because he's a dishonest, cheating bastard, not because he's gay. NTA. His background helps to understand his shitty decisions. But in no way does that make him using you okay. He lost all rights to beg for privacy after he cheated on you, then blamed you for the divorce. NTA. This is my opinion as a gay man who was outed against his will. He used you to try and have a normal life. He already knew he was gay and committed to you and you alone regardless. He lied. And then he cheated. You ended things and didn't say anything until you were backed into a corner. I'm sure you did not mean to put him, and it just came out. This is not your fault. X should have known this could happen when he married you. NTA. He betrayed you, and guess what? You have every right to tell the truth as to what happened. You will have people that act like someone's orientation is sacred and must not be messed with. But that's a complete load of shit. I'm gay, and being gay doesn't mean you get a get out of jail free card when you do something terrible to someone. He lost his right to come out the way he wants when he fucked other people while being married. You know why this happened. You're harassing you this way. Not because she is overbearing, which she clearly is. Not because she is narcissistic and selfish, which she seems to be. Because your ex decided to use you as an excuse for the failure of his marriage. He could have easily explained that the divorce is mutual. That there are no bad guys, but just that it isn't working. Or whatever. But if he says that, then he gets the speech. He gets to hear why marriages are about resilience and shit. So then he hides in, "Don't blame me, mom. It was her." Quote. So this is all his doing. And in my honest opinion, deserves no sympathy. He put you in another shitty situation after being selfish enough to do what he did. He deserves no sympathy because he has no empathy. You ruined my barely held together life out of spite. After I ruined yours out of selfishness. What a bitch. Quote. Fuck that guy. NTA 100%. This person emotionally manipulated you, used you, and played you because he wanted you to have his kids whilst he cheats on you. But you outed him, yeah. Shut up. He literally spread rumors about her to ruin her reputation on top of already emotionally destroying her. Can't take it. Don't dish it. He was 100% okay with you being harassed by his mother as long as it wasn't him. Anyone that says anything other than NTA is literally the problem here. Yes. Often LGBTQ people are discriminated against, and unfairly so. However, this doesn't give you a pass to do any of what he did to you. Anyone saying anything other than NTA is an ableist and is a problem in society. Again, you're not special for being LGBTQ, and you don't get passes for emotionally abusing and harassing someone and for spreading rumors about them not being able to perform enough. What even? Also, what the? He wasted your time and purposely led you on. Also, his family is problematic too. But they all sound toxic. I guess the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. So again, NTA. Edit. Op also said that he was cheating on her during the entire relationship and marriage. She even has a restraining order on him, which he already violated. People that are saying anything other than NTA are really okay with someone being an abuser as long as they're LGBTQ. NTA. He blamed you for the divorce. That was not fair on his part. He should have taken the blame in some way so you would not be put in that situation to begin with. So I'm going to most be honest, and in a rare case, say NTA in this situation. The reason being, your husband manipulated you, stringed you along and used you. If he had not cheated and came out to you, then it would have been a different story, because it would have shown that he wanted to be honest and have decency. It seemed like he was never going to tell you and string you along this whole time. While I don't usually believe in outing people, your ex-husband not only cheated on you but flat out used you. What made this worse was that his mother blamed you for the marriage, and the worst being that he said you were the problem. He is hiding in more ways than one, and the fact that he put the blame on you so he could come off as the victim is upsetting. Please update. NTA. From your comments, you seem to have respected his privacy to the point of being harassed by both him and his family and breaking down. It doesn't sound like you outed him maliciously, and he should have ensured that following the separation he took the blame, even if he didn't go into details about how he was responsible, to avoid you being the bad guy in this scenario. Ultimately, this is a situation of his making, and you were continuing to be caught up in his bullshit until that point. Automod, thanks for posting. This comment is a copy of your post so readers can see the original text if your post is edited or removed. This comment is not accusing you of copying anything. Read this before contacting the mod team. It's a long and sucky story. But my 25F, soon to be ex 28M, is gay and hid that from me. I found out because I caught him cheating, and he as much as admitted that he knew he wasn't attracted to me that way. But he wanted kids and a normal life. I don't care that he's gay, but I will never forgive him for leading me on so he could use me to have kids. So it's over. End of story. The problem is that his family are fundamentalist nutjobs except for a few members, and his mother is the interfering mill from hell. Not being related to her anymore is another plus to leaving. His family doesn't believe in divorce. So under the guise of picking up some paperwork and other items I had found that were my ex's, she cornered me about how I'm being childish and marriage is about commitment, forgiveness, and working through problems, etc. It became apparent that my ex didn't tell his family that he cheated. He told his mom that I was divorcing him because we weren't having sex often enough for me. I tried to be patient and explained that he had cheated and that's why. I wasn't going to go into greater detail because I know how his parents are and it's none of their business. MIL's advice, I kid you not, was that men are just that way, and if I wanted to have sex more and for him not to stray, that I should make myself more attractive to my husband and be a better wife. I lost the plot completely. It had been a sad and hard day already, and that was the last straw. Here's where I might be the I told her that the only thing that would make me more attractive to my ex would be a sex change operation, and that I hoped he and his boyfriend adopted her some grandchildren so she could finally shut the hell up about it. Not my finest moment, but she just hit the worst and rawest nerve she could have, and I exploded. It's evidently turned into a huge family drama. He's probably going to be disowned. And my ex called sobbing that I've ruined his life out of spite. I don't really know how to feel about it. I do feel bad for him that his parents are such awful people and there were just no good outcomes for him. But I also feel like he made his own bed here, too. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit if you have any questions or concerns. As a gay person, I say NTA. As a general rule, I agree with never outing someone. But with one exception: when they are hurting others. A closeted politician doesn't want to come out because of how it will affect their career. Fine. But once they start supporting anti-gay legislation, then I'd out the MFER in a heartbeat. In this case, he not only hurt you, he was continuing to hurt you. By making you part of his closet, he made this your narrative too. Not just his. And he then not only cheated, but threw you under the bus, blaming you for what was undeniably his fault. That wasn't just wrong of him. It was cruel. And since this is your story now too, thanks to him, you have a right to set the record straight. He is the kind of gay person who sets the rest of us back. We have enough lies and stereotypes we have to fight every day. Every group has its assholes. But as gay people, the majority of us who aren't get judged because of the minority who are. His family and the people they know aren't going to say, well, this guy is a jerk for what he did. They are going to say, see, this is what gay people do. He harms us all with this bullshit. If he wanted to stay in the closet, fine. I support his right to. But when someone starts engaging in this kind of crap, I lose sympathy for them. AITA would have been one thing if his mom was up your ass about the divorce, but you decided to out him as revenge. You stated in one comment that you had to get a restraining order because he wouldn't leave you alone. So he sent his mommy to talk you into taking him back. If he didn't want his sexuality to be known, then he should have left you alone and told his mom to butt out. NTA, look. Absolutely not your best moment. But he told his parents that you're divorcing because, OMFG, you weren't having enough sex by your standard? If they're fundamentalists, they look down on women wanting more sex. So he purposely picked that to make himself look like the good guy. What a creep. No. You're not the sure. Don't out people. But he had a lot of nerve bringing you down like that.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.